It was John Lennon who once sung, "All you need is love." And when we grow up in adverse experiences, all we needed was love. But in order to receive love, we maladapted ourselves in many different ways, which now has adverse experiences later on in life. So let's do an EFT tapping on "In order to be loved." So taking full responsibility for your own well-being and repeating after me. Let's go with that flow. Let's begin to tap. Even though, in order to be loved by those who raised me, by those who called me friends, and in this environment of which I exist, I had to reflect upon myself and those around me of what they wanted me to be in order to be accepted and in order to be loved. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though I did many things to receive this love and acceptance from those who brought me survival, food and shelter, and from those around me, that I may have had to reject parts of myself in order to fit in and in order to be loved. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though I had to do many things for many different people and carry many different masks so that my real self never got seen. As for these people that viewed me, never really wanted to see me, only what I could provide them. And I'm open to loving and accepting myself. In order to be loved, I really tried to fit in. I tried to be so many things for so many people. So many people to please. Because their displeasure, I truly feared in order to be loved, in order to be accepted. The fate of rejection, to be on my own, was very scary. So in order to be loved, I started to redefine who I was as a person in order to fit in. To be not myself a little more each day. To do the things to keep me safe. Who I was as a person was an inconvenience to others. I was better to be seen and not heard. Because I started to learn every time I tried to be myself, every time I tried to have a voice, to express my needs by, I was shouted down. I was ridiculed. I was made to second guess myself. And I really started to fear myself. That self that sense of self that started to hide away from itself and started to redefine itself so that I didn't speak up for myself and I didn't fight back. And I learned to please others whilst carrying immense displeasure within myself. If I was out of line, if I was out of order, I may have got physically hurt, or I may have got emotionally hurt. I might got have excluded from groups or excluded from family groups. Every time my identity was an inconvenience to others, was a threat to others, the more that I achieved brought out the green-eyed monster and started to hurt me and cut me down to size. So that I learnt it's better not to shine. It's better to hide away in the darkness. All this fear. All this fear to be me. And as it comes to a point where I've feared the reactions of others and maladapted myself to the point where I don't know who I am anymore. All that I know is that it's better to walk on eggshells and not step on any toes. Try and find where those landmines are in that person's eyes so I don't set off that trigger and cause another reaction where my learning lesson is. It's better not to be me, because when I was in that certain situation, I got hurt. So I won't do that again. So I won't be me again. All these things to receive love. All these things in order to receive love. It doesn't make me feel good on the inside. Every time I'm belittled, every time I'm told that I should be ashamed of myself, all this guilt that I have to carry upon my shoulders, all these things that I've had to be for so many people who don't even see me as a person, just what I can provide them. Little by little, I might start to get resentful, because that boundary violation, after violation, after violation, really starts to mount up upon my sense of self. That part of myself that's still crying out and saying, I know we need love. I know we need acceptance. But this is not what I want in order to receive love. That inner voice is crying out for help. It doesn't want to be heard anymore. But the more that I deny of myself, the more this anger starts to build up. And I get very angry at myself for not standing up for myself. And I may have tried to stand up for myself in the past, and because my confidence has been so wrecked by those that care for me and show me love, I might beat myself up a bit more and say, why couldn't I have stood up for myself then? This vicious cycle of being vicious towards myself on the inside, busy pleasing others, but I feel no pleasure on the inside, only resentment for myself and perhaps my younger self, who was helpless and looked up to my caretakers, those people I look for to receive love and acceptance. And in order to be loved, all I got was rejection and pain in return, to the point where I'm beating myself with the same stick that they taught me their principles with, that disciplinary action of which I've learnt so well of, and now teach myself the same actions. All this anger towards myself. There is a part of me that wants to stand up for myself, and a part of me that's truly scared of this anger, of what it is and what it might do. And in order to be loved, I might find myself in situations filling out questionnaires in some arsehole's clinic who hasn't taken the time to know me, but has now given me a disorder, a name to define myself of, and medication to give me every time my emotions flare up, to say that this is wrong. In order to be loved, I now have a disorder, and I feel disordered within myself. And I feel very angry towards myself and what I've done to receive this love. All this blame towards myself. I'm separating myself from this blame. Beating myself up anymore is really not going to help me anymore. I'm changing the narrative towards myself. I'm gaining an awareness of what I've gone through, what I've ended up with, and what I can manage. By changing my perception of others and of myself, I'm allowed to feel my anger. It was not safe to do so around people who couldn't healthily express themselves. And now I feel unhealthy within myself because they taught me to suppress myself. It's better to be seen and not heard, and my voice carries power and the validity of my experiences. I'm starting to let go of this anger and this need to please others. And if I've learnt my lessons of how to attend to my emotions and the needs of others, I might be holding other people back by busy pleasing them Perhaps they can stand on their own 2 feet instead of standing on me and having me clean up their mess. In order to be loved, I might start to reconnect with myself and find that person who is speaking up for myself and reconnect with that. I'm starting to grieve that part of myself that had to do so much and had to go through so many adverse experiences and deal with so many toxic people. But I am so proud of myself for at least wanting to heal and be more than what they could never be. And I'm going to be proud of myself in acknowledging that. And acknowledging in the one thing that they were good at, making me feel terrible within myself, they've failed to even achieve that. The one thing they're good at, making people miserable. And here I am giving a damn about myself, wanting to heal and change those toxic memories, these toxic imprints within myself that I'm re-imprinting and giving myself love. All I need is love, not the harsh voices that were within my mind based upon past experiences. All I need is acceptance within myself. The acceptance to know that I can heal and change. And not every situation is going to be the same as I heal and change. All I need is safety within myself. Turning down the hypervigilance and getting into safety and acceptance within myself. I don't have to be on guard all the time. I don't have to be looking out for all those threats that I've kept myself safe from so long. I'm deserving of a life of love, safety, and acceptance. And all I need is myself. The one person going through this journey with me. And I want the best for myself. And I'm giving myself loving acceptance in the safety that I deserve, away from the people that could not give that to me. I'm teaching my mind new ways so that I can guide my life with love and acceptance and deep compassion within myself. By making healthier choices within myself, I might find healthier people out there who love and accept me in mind, body, and spirit. And taking a full breath in and out. Yes, it's quite a journey going from pleasing others to actually feeling safe and acceptance within ourselves, to know that we have a right to our healthy anger, to know that our self-defense of someone that is causing great offense is there. And it's also good to put that anger down so that we don't live our life in it, and return to love and acceptance within ourselves, and also return to love and safety within ourselves, and finding those people that can give that in return. So I'm Dion from Evolution Support Services. I offer EFT tapping one-on-one online. There is a code. It is intro half, so you can actually get your first 2 sessions at half price. If you've ever had safety concerns or fears around going into some of these emotions, you can at least give it a go at half price. So check out Eflotion Support Services, and if you've got benefit out of this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next one, I'm Dion. Bye for now.